So welcome to our session today. Today's little mini session is about breath awareness and developing better breathing patterns. So let's begin. We're going to need a block or a pillow, and you're going to need a towel to fold up underneath the armpit and around the rib cage area to actually lean over. So you're going to come to lay onto your side and I would recommend having the bottom leg bent and the top leg straight. This will help to place a little bit more stretch on those breathing muscles. We're going to lie with the towel over, or just under the ribs rather, and the hand can just be out in front just to support. From here, just double check that the hips are on top of each other, that the abdominals are drawn in, the shoulders are stacked as much as evenly as possible, and then the eyes are just looking straight ahead. Be aware that the top leg is not bent and is gently drawing you away from your top shoulder. This is the first thing we're going to start with. So concentrate on drawing that leg away to stretch through the side of the body. And the other hand is just going to come in front and rest here, just for a few breaths. So let's begin just by breathing in for a few times. We're going to breathe in and exhale. And I really want you to take your time with these breaths as well. So you're going to breathe in as deeply as you can, right into the rib cage here, and then exhale slowly with control. We're breathing in through the nose. And we're breathing out through the mouth. We're going to need to take our time with this. So avoid rushing what you're actually doing. We're going to take another 6 more breaths in this position. Breathing in. And exhale, just allowing it naturally to float out. So you keep breathing while I give you some few little more cues. So keep your awareness on this leg as it's extending away from your body. It's on a nice gentle stretch. Avoid overstretching that top leg. This will just help to keep this side of this waist open. And the towel, lying over the towel, will just help to stretch the muscles in between the rib cage a little bit more. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And the hand in front just gently relax as well as you continue to perform those breaths. So let's just take a couple more in your own time. You don't have to go with me. If you've already got a breathing pattern going, continue. Breathing in and exhale. And we're going to take one more there. Deep breath in, filling the rib cage full. And then gently exhaling. Just feeling that ribs sink back down. Okay, we're going to add on now. So adjust your position if you feel that you've kind of moved out position a little bit. Check the hips again. Check the shoulders are stacked and the abdominals drawn in. And we're going to take our hand beside our ear here. Just like as if you're almost like saluting, but saluting by the ear. So you're going to take a deep breath in. And exhale. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Okay, just keeping that awareness on that leg as it's extending away from you. If you wish to, you can add a little bit more stretch on that leg just by dorsiflexing, so pointing the toes towards the nose. This will add a little bit more intensity through the stretch of the leg. If it's too much, just keep the foot relaxed as long as the leg is just lengthening away from your body. Just taking a couple more breaths here. Feeling the kind of real breathing into that rib cage as much as you can, drawing in through the belt muscle. This will help to support the back. And then on that last breath, allow the ribs to sink and then just softly take the arm over. Now, if this is too difficult because of any shoulder problems, I recommend staying with the hand beside the ear or bringing the hand back to beside in front of you, actually resting on the arm in front. So the arm goes over, and again, you just do 5 breaths here. Allow the arm to relax if you can. And just, take the breath to where you feel that you can as well. So if it's making you feel a bit dizzy, don't breathe so deeply. Just allow the breathing to be a little bit more natural, perhaps. Just keeping that awareness on that leg moving away. Just being aware of that rise of the rib cage as you breathe in, and then as you exhale. One more breath, and then we'll move to the other side. So we're relaxing off. Just bring the knees in towards the chest a moment here, just to allow the body just to release and relax. Just keep breathing softly. And then just gently take your arm and relax the leg away and come up, or move around to the other side. So taking our pillow or our block to the other way. It's always important as well to come up slowly, don't come up quickly. And we're going to extend that leg away. We'll rest the block here. My hand's just going to be out in front again. Set yourself up so it's not an intensive stretch to begin with, it's just a lengthening away. The towel is underneath my rib cage again. It does come down to the waist as well. Depends how much you've got it folded up here. It just gives me a little bit of a stretch through the ribs. So top leg lengthening away, abdominals drawn in, and hands just rested in front. Shoulders are stacked and shoulders are relaxed. Breathe in and exhale. So it's just being aware, first of all, of the breathing pattern, keeping the breath soft and flowing naturally. And then as you go along, you can start to keep the breath a little bit deeper, take the breath a little bit deeper if you wish to. Keeping the abdominals drawn in to help support the back, to avoid any arching through the spine. You can also, just double check the leg every now and again to make sure it's not moving backwards as well, to help prevent any arching going on through the spine. And keep that breath flowing. All the time, just having that awareness of as you breathe in, you can feel the expansion of the chest. And then you know that you're breathing really nice and well into the depth of that rib cage. And you feel it sinking down as you expel. Check in again on that top leg. Make sure it's lengthening away from you softly. Eyes looking straight ahead. Keep the head in a neutral position. Avoid tucking the chin in now and again a little bit too much, or looking up further. Just checking that the eyes are looking straight out in front of you. Okay, let's take one more breath here. Opening out through those ribs. And just softly exhaling. Taking the hand towards the ear or towards the side of the head, and then begin your breaths, your 5 breaths here. Remember, if you wish to add in a little bit more stretch, we can go for dorsiflexing, foot below, and bring the toes towards the nose. The foot still stays down on the floor, on the mat. Avoid lifting the leg up. And then when we're ready, we're going to extend the arm overhead. Remember, as I said on the other side, if it's too much, bring the arm back towards the head. Begin the breaths here, 5 breaths. If it's still too much, you can always go back to resting the hand on the lower arm. Try to think more about relaxing the shoulders more than anything. Avoid it falling forwards, focusing on the upper ribs here. If it's too much through the flexing the foot, just relax that foot down and stretch the knee away to ensure we get the stretch through those lower ribs. One more deep breath here. And exhale gently. Gently bring that arm back. Pause here for a while. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Just to soften everything off. And just pause here for a moment. Allow yourself to return to your natural breathing. And then just very gently make your way up to seated. So to finish, we're just going to round off through the upper back as well and do a cat stretch. So from here, come into 4-point kneeling or box position. Won't need the towel, not unless you specifically want it to rest the heel of your hands on, just to take some of the strain out of the wrist joint. So from here, we're going to just find a neutral position, lengthen out through the spine. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, if I can say it, and then just slowly, gently round through the back. Allow the head to release, and then take a soft inhale to come back through to a neutral spine, so that natural S curve through your back. And then exhale to tuck the tailbone again. So every time you exhale, we're rounding through that back. Stretching through the back of the ribs, and then inhale to flow back. Lengthen through the tailbone and the head. Inhale, exhale in case you just run out of breath there. Rounding through the spine, stretching through those ribs. Inhale, softly lengthening tailbone away, head extending away. When you're ready, let's take a couple more. Inhale, exhale, tucking through. Inhale, flowing back. And then exhale, tucking under, rounding through the spine. Inhale, softly to flow back. Open the knees out a little bit. And then we're just going to extend the arms away to a little bit of a cat stretch. Now, if you feel that you need to, with blood pressure, keep 2 fists together and rest the forehead onto the hands. If you're happy, you can relax all the way down or extend the arms away. If you notice that your bottom is sometimes up in the air, it can be handy just to use a cushion to place underneath the legs here. 1 or 2 cushions there, just to relax. Then you can just take a few deep breaths here. And as you're here, what you can do is just feel the expanse of the breathing. So as you're relaxing there on your forehead because of your blood pressure, or extending away, just be aware of the expanse of the ribs here into the side of the chest. Feel it opening as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, allow the ribs and the shoulders to soften and relax. I'm just going to go quiet just for a few breaths, so you can just pause there for a second. And slowly just pad your way up seated. It's always a good idea at the end of such a breathing practice that you just pause for a minute before you get up and go about your day. So just take a little bit of time, just like we do in class. Sometimes we do some neck stretches, bowing the head forwards, and then bringing the head back upright, allowing the chin stretch to be closed, so closing the mouth but stretching through the front of the neck. Coming back through and just tilting the head from side to side. Again, placing the hand onto the shoulder just to help keep it down. And then over to the other side. And then softly, a little rotation through the head. Hope you enjoyed this session.